To get started, go to the link on screen or the first link in the description below. That's my referral link, and it takes you straight to the landing page that gets you the best current deal on NordVPN. And that'll take you to this landing page here. Now, it might look a little different when you click the link. They change the background every now and then, but this will always get you the best available deal. So you can go ahead and click the Get NordVPN button. That'll take you to this plan page where you'll see a few options: Basic, Complete, and Prime. Now, I recommend Complete for almost everyone. Basic, you can see, gets you the VPN itself. Complete adds a whole bunch of extra protective features. In addition to the VPN, you get monitoring for in case your email, phone, credit card, or ID information get leaked on the web, scam call protection, anti-malware and browsing protection, as well as an ad and tracker blocker and a password manager. It's only a small upgrade in price for a big upgrade in value. Now, if you only want the VPN itself, the basic plan is just fine. You'll still get everything we cover here. But regardless of which tier you choose, I recommend you choose the 1 or 2 year plan. The monthly plan is a lot more expensive per month, to the point where it's honestly not even really worth it. The trade-off with the annual plans is that you do pay everything up front, not month to month, but that's how you lock in your discount. Now, of course, that can make some people uncertain, so NordVPN makes it really clear that they offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So all you have to do is request a refund through the live chat within those 30 days. It isn't automatic, you do have to ask, but it's super easy to do. So go ahead and click Get Deal on whichever plan you want. You'll land on the checkout page where you can go ahead and enter your email address, add any add-ons you want, or just scroll past them if you don't care for them, and complete your payment with whatever payment method you want. I'll use PayPal. When you've completed the payment, you'll get this confirmation page, and you can click Log in to Nord account. From there, simply follow the prompts to get logged into your account. Once you're all logged in, go ahead and click the NordVPN download button, and follow the prompts to save the file and run the installer. On Mac, the installer is super easy. You just click through the different steps, install it for all users of the computer, and click Install. Plug in your password, and when the installation finishes, the app automatically loads. On the first page, you can select how much information you want to share with them. Click Accept to allow sharing analytics data, or Reject. I'll go ahead and accept. Then log into your NordVPN account on the app. Since you recently logged in, it should just take you right in, and you can click to open the app. There's a short survey, but you can go ahead and just skip it. Now, from here, the exact setup steps are going to look a little bit different depending on which plan you purchased, what operating system you're using, and what device you're using. So go ahead and just follow the prompts to get set up. Now, eventually you'll come to this choose your preferred location window. For now, just go with fastest server and click next. Finally, click Secure My Connection to connect to the VPN for the first time. NordVPN picks the fastest server near you, connects, and that's it. Your traffic is now going through that VPN tunnel. The country name and status at the top show secured. This shows you the server you're on, so you can see at a glance that you're protected. Once the VPN is connected, what do you actually do differently? The answer is nothing. You use your browser exactly like you always have. Open your browser and go to whatever website you'd normally visit. The VPN runs quietly in the background. You don't have to log into it again, you don't have to open it for each website, and you don't have to use a special browser. It's just on and your traffic is private. Now, if you ever want to turn it off, and we'll cover when you might want to in a minute, you simply click the Pause Connection button. Here you can pause for a short period of time, anywhere between 5 minutes and 24 hours, or you can click Disconnect to disconnect it entirely. Disconnecting entirely will show you this Not Secured badge, and reconnecting it again is super simple. Just click Secure My Connection. Now, while we're here, I'll briefly mention software gets updated all the time. So if a button in this app looks a little different by the time you're watching, don't worry. The general flow stays the same. Follow along with the concept, not the pixel perfect screenshot or button names. So far, we've connected to the fastest server, which is somewhere near you. In my case, Spain. But the more interesting thing is that you can connect to a server in any country, and to the websites you visit, you'll look like you're there. In the top bar, click into the Search All Locations, then search for a country. I'll search for the United Kingdom. And if you click it, you can see that you connect right away to the fastest server. Now, if I go back up here and search for United Kingdom again, you can also see there's a drop-down menu next to it. And if you click that To expand it, fastest server is the first option, but you can also choose between several different cities, in this case, Edinburgh, Glasgow, London, and Manchester. But just like that, my traffic is going through a server in the UK, and to any website I visit, I'm in the UK. The most common use of this by far is unblocking streaming. So let me show you what that looks like with Netflix. Connected to a UK server, I'm seeing the UK library. The shows and movies Netflix shows me are the ones available in the UK. It's the same account, same Netflix, but if I switch countries, the entire library changes. Back in NordVPN, let's go to the top and search for something dramatically different, like Japan. I'll just click Japan to connect to the fastest server. Then return to Netflix. Here we'll refresh the page. And as I scroll through, you can see that we have a completely different set of shows, and now it shows me top 10 TV shows in Japan today instead of the UK. We now have a completely different set of shows because Netflix has different licensing deals in different countries, and it now thinks I'm watching from Japan. The same idea works for any region-locked website. Connect to a server in the country you want, and the website treats you like you're there. Now, do you leave the VPN on all the time? Here's the honest answer. A VPN routes your traffic through an extra server, so it does slow down your internet a bit. Usually not noticeable, but on a fast home connection, you'd probably prefer not to lose speed if you don't have to. The smart pattern for most people is trust your home and work Wi-Fi and let the VPN turn on automatically the moment you connect to anything else, like a cafe, a hotel, or an airport. That way you're protected everywhere it actually matters without any manual work. We'll set that up in the next section. The one time you'd want to disconnect is if a website or app blocks VPN traffic. Some banks and streaming services do. Click disconnect, do what you need, and then reconnect. The app has a lot of settings, but for most people there are two worth turning on. We'll do them quickly. One's in the settings menu and one's elsewhere in the app. Click the profile icon in the top right corner, then click settings. All right, first we'll set up auto connect. This makes the VPN turn itself on whenever you start your computer so you don't have to think about it. In the settings sidebar, make sure you're on the general tab, and then if it's not already, toggle on launch the app on system startup. Then click auto connect in the settings on the left side, and then toggle on use auto connect. Under current network, you can click trust this network, and this will make it so that the VPN will automatically turn on if you're connected to untrusted networks like at a cafe or a hotel, but it'll stay off for your trusted home network. You can always, of course, turn on the VPN manually while you're at home if you need to change your location for anything. Second, let's set up the malware and scam protection. This blocks ads, trackers, malicious websites, and phishing scams before they even load. Click the shield icon on the left side of the app. And I already set this up earlier during the onboarding sequence, but if for some reason it's not set up for you, go ahead and follow the prompts to turn it on. That's the two settings. Auto connect so you don't have to think about it, and the malware and scam protection so ads and dangerous sites get blocked automatically.